This segment's by underwear ID predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder that we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar so you don't miss out. Let's get started with the card of the day. I'm working alone today. So, well, me and Domino. Hello, Domino. He's keeping me company. Okay, let's get started with the card of the day, which is the universe has your back deck. And the message for us today is I am the loving energy of the universe. Okay, so there you go. Nice artwork going on. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Now you can't go on the table. Okay, let's get started with the readings for this week coming up. Okay, you're going to have to get down, sweetie. Bye. Okay, let's do the Aries first. Okay, let's see what we got going on for Aries for the next week coming up so we can all get ready for many of the things that come our way for the week. So Aries, I think the health is going to be not so bad. I think we're going to be looking at all the negative aspects of what's going on, and except for the good things going on. Of course, we got this wonderful card going on here. Okay, and it's more of the emotional things that keep us down. So emotional and mental situations that we find ourselves in that make us feel sick. Okay, so whatever we're thinking, okay, makes us feel the way that we do. Financially, I think we're going to be coming to a end point with some of our financial situations that we've been going through as of late. And then we're going to have to work really hard to regain many of the things moving forward. Okay, so there could be a change in job or a change in profession or business, that sort of thing, moving forward. And because everything is changing around us, we're going to have to learn how to move with it. Okay, people that we associate with, we're going to be having a little bit of a downturn with many of those people moving forward. But by the middle of the week, I think we're going to be rectifying many of those situations that we're plaguing that interaction with those people. So don't worry, it's going to be okay overall. Okay, so just be mindful of all the things that are going on around you. Okay, and don't do those knee-jerk reactions. Let's look at Taurus for the next week. So for Tauruses, I think our health is going to be pretty good. We thought we were going to be coming down with something, but I think we're going to be overcoming much of that as we smooth out the rough edges of everything that's going on. And we're going to be working very, very diligently for our health, both mentally and emotionally for the next week. So we're going to be getting through many of the things that we had put in front of ourselves. Sometimes we do that as people. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, and we're going to be moving through that no problem at all. The financial part of our lives for the next week, I think we're going to be hitting upon new avenues of financial situations for ourselves. Okay, and they're going to be really ramping up by the end of the week. Okay, the people that we surround ourselves with, we're going to be coming to an end point with some of those people that we associate with and building upon new relationships in the new week. Okay, so that was Taurus. Let's look at Gemini. If it'll pop up. There we go. Somebody on TikTok was asking the question, what are we talking about? We are doing horoscopes for the new week. So hang around. Maybe we'll get to yours in due time. And then we'll go over other issues that have been going on around the planet as the week rolls by. The particular situation for Gemini, I think the health is going to be pretty good overall. We're going to stop looking at all the negative aspects that are around us and build upon those things in a good way moving forward. And we're going to have a 10 cycle, end of a cycle coming up very, very soon for that particular situation, and gaining new ways of seeing ourselves. Okay, so financially, I think we're going to be doing okay. By the end of the week, we're going to be toppling over these scams that always surround us these days, and we're going to be building on better foundations moving forward. The people that we surround ourselves with, I think we're going to be moving away from certain people and towards newer people, which resonate. We meld with much better as the week goes on. Okay, so that was Gemini. Let's have a look at Cancer. So for those Cancers out there, I think the health is going to be pretty good. We're going to be overcoming many of the obstacles that we had in front of us. So this seems to be the week of overcoming many of the things that were plaguing us for many of the signs so far. So we're going to be overcoming that with a lot of good hard work on our behalf moving forward. The financial aspects may be quite down for the next week, so don't be alarmed when it does happen. And we're going to be building upon those things moving forward and bringing ourselves into a much better state. Okay, finances. It could be a new job or a new position, or doing some different type of investing as we're thinking forward for many of the new things that are coming our way. Okay, people that we surround ourselves with, I think we're going to be bringing in new people, and we're going to be the piper to many of the people that we surround ourselves with, and they're going to be following us a little bit closer in the new week moving forward. Okay. Let's look at Leo. So for the Leos out there, the health is going to be rather good. We're going to be coming across new things to help us move forward with many of the situations that we find ourselves in. And we're going to be stopping one of the situations that has been plaguing us for quite some time by the end of the week. And we're going to be figuring out new secrets on how to resolve many of those issues moving forward. Okay, so the financial part of everything, I think we're going to be building upon new business ideas on top of the old ones and moving forward with that. And with a lot of hard work, it's going to be doing rather well. Okay. People that we surround ourselves with, we're going to be building upon new friendships and that sort of thing. But it's going to be taking a little bit longer than we had anticipated on building those old new relationships going forward. Okay, so that was Leo for the next week. Let's have a look at Virgo. So for the Virgos that are out there, the health for the next week is going to be rather good actually, and we're going to be uncovering many of those secrets that keep us rolling along, moving forward, and it's going to be a very good week overall for everybody that's a Virgo. Financially, we're going to be overcoming some of those things that we thought were going to be stopping our financial situation and overcoming much of that, especially of any confusions that were surrounding our jobs or businesses or anything like that, and overcoming many of those obstacles moving forward in this new week with a lot of hard work. People that we surround ourselves with, we're going to be building new ties and new situations for ourselves with the people that we surround ourselves with, and bringing them to a new level of understanding with one another. So that was Virgo. Let's have a look at Libra. So for those Libras out there, I think the health is going to be rather well for this new week coming up. We're going to be doing all the right things and all thinking the right ways and doing all the wonderful things with our emotional state. And we're going to be propelling ourselves further and further along in a good way for the new week. Financially, not so much. I think we're going to be having a little bit of hiccups along the way. So there must be something out there that's going to be plaguing many of the signs this week moving forward. Might be something coming up. For the people that we surround ourselves with, we're going to be stopping with a particular situation. It could be friends or family that are very close to us, and it's going to be coming to an abrupt stop. And it's because of some confusion that's around a particular situation that we have ourselves around. And we're going to hopefully not let it lie. We're going to be building upon that particular situation moving forward to bring them back into the situation that we need them to be in for our own circle of friends. So just be aware of that. Let's look at Scorpio. For those Scorpios out there, I think our health is going to be not the greatest this week coming up. We may be feeling a little down or a little emotionally drained for the next week, but we're going to be overcoming that, as we know the secrets of using the light and using our own presence to overcome many of those things. Financially, I think we're going to be finding some situations that we can't quite deal with in this week, but by the end of the following week, I think we're going to be following through with many of those ideas that we've had to move forward. Okay, so that seems to be a trend for many of the signs so far. So something must be up. So just be careful out there and don't do those knee-jerk reactions of letting fear guide your decisions. Okay. People that we're surrounding ourselves with, they're going to be very helpful in the new week. So just be part of that circle of friends that are going to be helping one another move forward. Okay, so that was Scorpio. Let's look at Sagittarius. So for the Sagittariuses that are out there, I think our health is going to be actually very good this week. Doing all the right things, eating all the right stuff, and moving forward with that particular situation. Our mental and emotional health is going to be very good for the new week. The financial part of our lives in the new week is going to be actually very good. We're going to be making those right decisions moving forward, even though everything is kind of wonky within the planet at the moment. We're going to be seeing through that and seeing a way forward for many of the things that we have been doing to today. The people that we surround ourselves with, I think we're going to be doing rather well with many of the people that we surround ourselves with, and we're going to be getting along famously with many of those people, both at work and in our personal lives. Okay. Let's have a look at Capricorn. So for those Capricorns that are out there, I think our health is going to be rather good for the next week. We're going to be building upon new ideas and new strategies to build upon our health in a good way. And that's going to be this week coming up. Financially, I think we're going to be also working upon new things and to move forward with new ideas that will propel us further and much, much better. Okay, you're not going to be doing those knee-jerk reactions to the news and all that sort of thing. You're going to be doing a lot with the good things for our own financial health moving forward. The people that we surround ourselves with, okay, doesn't mean that they're bad or anything. It just means they're going to be going a different direction than where we were headed already. Okay, so just be clear on that, and that they're still your friends, but they're going to be going a different direction for a short period of time. Okay, let's look at the next one, which is Aquarius. Now, for the Aquarius health, I think we're going to be a little hung up on many of the things, how to move forward, and it's going to be plaguing us for this next week or so. And it's going to be making us feel a little bit down, both emotionally and physically, for the next little while. Financially, I think it's related because it's many of the same cards for the financial health for the next week, and making sure that we're actually more working harder to keep our heads above water as we move into this new week coming up. Many of the things that we thought were the right way to go aren't, and we're going to have to pull ourselves out of that particular situation moving forward, and building upon those things with a good foundation moving forward. Okay, people that we surround ourselves with are going to be coming to our aid, which is good because we're going to need it for the next week, and they're going to be very paramount for our development moving forward. Okay. So let's do the last one, which is Pisces, and then we'll get into the chat. So for the Pisces that are out there, I think our health is going to be actually doing very, very well. We're going to be getting over many of the plaguing us in the past and moving forward in a good way. The financial part of our lives. I think we're going to be a little hung up on many of the decisions that we had moving forward and moving into other things. Make sure you don't do those knee-jerk reactions out of fear and all that sort of thing. Never act in fear, okay? Because it can be putting you in the poorhouse when you do that, okay? And I think that's a message for all the signs today, not to live in that fear of everything going on right now, okay? It will iron itself out, and not to get yourself entangled in all the things that are going on around the planet, okay? Or try not to. People that we surround ourselves with are going to be very helpful to us in the new week, and they're going to be helping us through many of the situations that we find ourselves in. So that was Pisces for the next week. Okay. So for tomorrow's show, we have our remote viewing. Always a great time. For the TikTok fans, it's 3614-0661. I know it's reversed on the camera. So just write that down. Make sure you write that down on top of preferably a clean piece of paper or whatever you're going to be working on. And using your psychic abilities, you're going to be working on what is the target. This is what's known as a target number to utilize and focus upon on what the target is. Okay, so for tomorrow's show, you got to be picking up all the descriptions of this target. Okay, so you got to be picking up the colors, the textures, the smells, the tastes. What's it sound like? Is it man-made? That sort of thing. Moving forward, we're going to have a lot of good time with that for tomorrow's show. So make sure you tune in at 10 o'clock a.m. Central, and we're going to be going through that tomorrow. Okay, let's get into the chat. We got Anne. Hello, Anne, Bob. We have Dilly Dilly. Hello, Dilly Dilly. Card reading, please. Will my network crypto reach $2 to $4 US or more in the next 2 to 3 years? 5 to 10 year outlook. Okay, let's have a look at my network. So for the Mind Network, I think the health of this particular project is going to be a little wonky for the next 2 to 3 years. After that, when they change direction, I think in that time period, they will start to do well. So this is one of those cryptocurrencies that you're going to have to be very patient with to see a lot of gains from. Not saying it won't have any gains at all, but overall, I don't think it's going to be a breakout for the next while. For this one in the next 2 to 3 years. 5 to 10 year outlook, I think they're going to be around still, but I don't think it's going to be one of the major players moving forward. I think everybody's going to be getting into the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, XRP, that sort of thing. Where attention goes, that's where the money goes, right? It won't be till after that particular situation where everybody's going to start to get into the other cryptocurrencies, because now we got to get everybody else up to speed with cryptocurrencies that hasn't been into the cryptocurrency world. Okay, financially, I think they're going to be okay. There's going to have to be a whole lot of hard work behind the scenes to get them up to that $2 to $4 US or more in that time frame. But it's going to be very much a uphill battle for them for the next little while. The people that are a part of this particular situation, I think we're going to see a lot of people pull away from this one because it's not quick. Everybody wants it quick. And I think a lot of that will bring the prices down as people move towards something else. Okay? People don't have that patience to hang around anything that's slow. Okay, so they're going to be maybe jumping ship for the next little while and getting into other things as the market changes over time. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, Billy Dilly. We got Bob Job. How will Elon's Doge 1 rocket be a mission success? Of course, I got the little picture of an explosion moving forward with this. Whatever that means. I don't think it's going to be the physical ship blowing up, but it might be one of those situations that doesn't do well for them, or is kind of, it's there, okay, but people are kind of focused on other things at the moment. All the Elon Musk fans will be there and watching in anticipation and getting your Dogecoin ready in your wallets, okay? Because it's going to be bringing a lot of attention to Dogecoin for the next little while moving forward, okay? And we're going to have a nice little spike on its own outside of the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So every Doge, let it go up and then sell the cream off the top after a week after they launch. I do see it doing well, but I don't think it's going to have the big fanfare that everybody was thinking it was going to have in the very beginning. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. South Africa, the latest scare is that the ANC and EFF will join forces politically. Will this happen? I'm not up on my South African politics at all, but let's have a look at see what the cards are going to say. Right off the top, it just shows me that they're coming from a position of weakness, that they would have to actually do that to scare people, because I think people are starting to get unscared of the baloney that your politicians are doing right off the top of my head. So I'm thinking that they will get together, but will it actually cause the change that they were hoping for? I don't see that in any great length. Okay. Of course, for the people, I think it's going to be more of a celebration for them. Okay. As more and more of the World Economic Forum is being revealed to the public, okay, and showing everybody that, yes, it's not exactly going to go well for those people, but yes, they are going to be getting together in some fashion. Of course, when that does happen, there's going to be a lot of arguments between the two because they're kind of opposed to one another in many, many aspects. So strange bedfellows, as they say. And there's going to be a very big blowback from this particular situation from the people of South Africa moving forward. Okay, so hang in there. Look for ways around those particular situations as best as we can. Don't rely upon the government as much as you can, and make sure you get that cryptocurrencies and gold and silver in place. They're doing this out of a position of weakness, okay? So if you don't buy into it or have those knee-jerk reactions, as I've said in the past, and just live your life into the things that you need to do, I think it'll blow over in a short period of time. Okay, but the impact of it will be very short. Okay, as nobody's like, yeah, whatever, and moving on and doing, becoming more and more independent from government. Okay, and unfortunately, government gets in the way of everything. Hello, Anne. Under your last reading, you said that some at some point, BTC will drop to 18,000 US. I think it's 20 or 30 right now. I think there's going to be a short period of time where it does go down. I said it might get to 18,000 because everybody's wanting it to go down to 14, which it hasn't happened yet. And I was being nice overall. Yeah, it might get down to 18,000. I don't think it's going to get quite to that level. I think it's going to be going like this, like I've been stating for quite some time, that it's going to be like a bull ride with cowboys, but it won't collapse. I think more and more the banks collapse, more and more the cryptocurrencies will become stronger. And as people start to figure out this particular situation, cryptocurrencies are going to be the go-to, as well as gold and silver. It will pop down a little bit in the next little while, but I don't think it's going to be, I know people are saying 12, 14,000 K USD, but it won't be that low. 20, 18, something in that range. And it's not going to be for a long time. This is a long time hold. Okay. And Bitcoin will weather this storm. No problem. Okay. So don't do those knee-jerk reactions, as I've been saying all along, and just sit on it. Because you're going to be, if you're sitting on any Bitcoin at all, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. Okay. Not something you should worry about. Okay. Hi, Andre. How long till the USA and others give up the colored people versus white people, etc.? Any thanks? That's kind of happening now. Now it's the transgender versus the straight and all that sort of thing, as we've seen with Bud Light. I think they're having some situations. The whole woke you go broke thing. I think hopefully eventually the government. It's not really the people that are into this. It's the government and a small portion of the population that's into this particular situation. It's a very small populace that's actually gives a damn about the colored people versus the white people. It should be more the people versus the government. And I think everybody's going to be switching their thinking around for that particular reason, because it will be necessary in the long run. I think more and more people are starting to see the writing on the wall that, yes, it is the government that is very quickly trying to think of things to keep your attention away from what is actually going on. Okay, whenever they're showing things on the news, it's a distraction normally. Okay, so you always look for the thing that they're trying to hide, and right now they're trying to hide that the banking industry is not in good standing. So they will fabricate some us versus them scenario to keep your minds occupied with gibberish. That will end very, very soon, and they're going to be starting to look for new things to occupy your thoughts and feelings for the next little while. Okay, they've tried balloons. Now it's the Bud Light thing, and now it's going to be going against Russia and China. Most of that is just to keep your attention away from the actual situation that's going on, and that's because of the banking system. Okay, so keep that in mind. Whenever you start to see this thing, know that it's a distraction from what's actually going on. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Charles Bovins. Hi, Andre. One psychic says that in 2 years' time, the ancient ones will make a return to sort out damage done 150,000 years ago. The damage from 150,000 years ago. I don't know what kind of damage that would be, but it may be letting us loose up on ourselves. Many of the ancient ones probably won't interfere. Uh, we have to develop ourselves, okay, and figure out our own situations and fix our own problems. There's this camp of thinking that there's some great alien race or ancient ones that are going to be coming in to save us and all that sort of thing. No. Okay. We have to learn to do it ourselves. Stop looking towards other entities to solve our problems. Okay. It's like politicians. You look up to politicians, they're going to get us out of the dark time, blah, blah, blah. We ourselves have to do that for ourselves moving forward. They may return, but it would have to be that we're at a certain point of development before they would actually come and help us. If we're already on that path to fixing our own situations, then they probably would come in, but not until then, okay? Because it would be too disruptive. 150,000 years ago, that would be the Ice Age and then the flood scenario that we all know, okay, which changed our planet quite a bit. Maybe they'll come along and flood us again or something like that. That would fix it. Yeah, there you go. Nobody's going to be complaining anymore. But I don't think they're going to be actually taking, in a nice way, helping us out. They would only come and help us until we're actually on the path of fixing our own situations. Too many people rely upon other people to fix their situation. And that's a bad situation to put ourselves into because you're allowing somebody else to have power over you. Okay? And that always turns out bad. Okay? But thank you for that question. Hi, Andre. I have invested in crypto but lost money due to hasty decisions, knee-jerk reactions. How I plan to reinvest in August when I have some extra funds. Is that too late? No, it's perfectly fine. Dollar cost averaging over time, especially with Bitcoin. That's going to be your biggest winner. I did a show a couple months ago talking about the rule of 72. When I was a financial advisor, we would teach our clients this, the rule of 72. Okay? So you can look it up on Google afterwards. Basically, what rule of 72 is something that Albert Einstein came up with, okay, on how to calculate interest rates over time, okay, for a mutual fund or anything that has a where you invest and it grows over time, compound interest. Now, with most mutual funds that are out there, because that's what I dealt with, it's 5 to 7%. So what you do is you take the percentage of the growth over the annual for the year. So if it's 7% for the year, you would divide the 7 into 72, and that would give you the number on how many years it would take to double your money. Okay? Works every time. And of course, you're going to have the ups and downs as the markets do the thing. But on average, it would double in a certain amount of time. I think 7 is 12 divided into 72. Now, Bitcoin BTC on average annual compound interest, okay, if you want to look at it this way, is 59%. So you divide 59 into 72, that's about a year and a bit for your money to double over time. Okay? So if you put $100 in, wait for 2-3 years, it will more than double. Okay. Example, we did $600 for one Bitcoin back in 2016. Okay. And we got a couple of them. Now, from 2016 to 2023, it's more than doubled in that period of time. And that's about 7-8 years period. Not a bad return. That is normal for Bitcoin. Okay, so think of it that way. It's not a get rich quick scheme, it's a long time investment strategy. So if you do a little bit every time, let's see, you got to have $50 every week or every month, put into the Bitcoin, put in the Bitcoin, put in the Bitcoin. Doesn't matter what the market is doing at the particular moment of time. If you're waiting for the best price, you're going to be waiting a long time. Just be continuous with that. Okay? And over the years that you keep doing that, you'll be very, very rich. Okay? So it doesn't matter when you get in. If you have $10 extra a month that you can throw in, do that. Dollar cost averaging is probably the best method of growing your wealth over time. I know everybody wants it right now. It doesn't work that way unless you're very, very lucky. Okay? Just do dollar cost average, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But this is what most financial advisors would tell you. Do it over time. Okay? Don't wait. Don't think of it as a get rich quick scheme, which it is not. It is a method of getting ourselves out of the old system, which is crumbling right now. Okay? Why would you want to keep all your eggs in one basket that's crumbling? Put it into the cryptocurrencies as soon as you can. Okay? If you feel comfortable with that. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. Where are we? Hi, Andre. When will the racist card stop in the world? E.g., roads are racist, colored people are victims, white people must apologize for everything. Again, that's a smaller portion of the populace that actually believes that. Okay. That will be going away because they're going to have to figure out. You have to remember that that's government made. It's not the actual people that think that. It's just indoctrination into our own minds. So it's going to take another generation to finally get out of that with good education and right education. We ourselves have to pull ourselves out of that. And that's going to be taking about another 10, 20 years to fully get out of that stupidity. Okay? Stop relying upon other people to make the changes. It's up to us to do that. Stop looking towards everybody else to solve your situation. It starts with us. Okay? And that starts now in your own sphere of influence. Okay? But I am picking about 10, 20 years from today where that's fully gone. Okay? We're going to have bigger things to worry about than this nonsense that the government's been putting towards us. Okay? So focus on the right things. You'll be just fine. Hopefully that helps you. Planning to gold via connection. Will it work out? I'm not quite sure what you mean. So you're thinking of getting gold through another person? I'm speculating that's what you mean. Always be careful of people that you may not know that well. And you have to ask yourself, can you trust them? that sort of thing. There's always places where you can buy gold and silver legally in most countries. Let's have a look at your particular situation. You're hung up on the idea, and it's for good reason. Okay? It's going to be your money leaving and going to them. Probably what I was picking up in originally is go to the mint or whatever, like me and the wife did, to pick up your gold. Okay? Do your homework before you. I think this particular situation that you're looking at may not do well for you. Okay? So just be warned. Just go through traditional channels. It's usually the better of the bunch. Okay? Hopefully that works out for you. Good morning. Can I have a card reading for the next 3 months? Burberry hasn't been here for a while. Hello, Burberry. So for the next 3 months, you're going to be not speculating about anything. You're going to have a clear objective in mind, overcoming many of the situations that you have around you. You're going to start making very good decisions financially and in other parts of your life moving forward. Okay, you're going to start to see things for what they are because you're working on your psychic abilities, which everybody has, right? And don't do knee-jerk reactions. I think you'll be fine if you stop doing those knee-jerk reactions. Get us into the most hot water, okay? And it's always from fear, right? You make those hasty decisions. Never make a decision out of fear, okay? And I think that's the big message for you today for the next 3 months. Keep on keeping on with what you were doing and do not stray from your path. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. Now it's just time to implement that in the next 3 months. There's going to be some new job coming around you that's going to be very beneficial. It's going to be putting you on a new situation that is very beneficial for you. And there's going to be a particular situation that you're going to have to overcome with some work-related thing. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out and stay the course. And I think the biggest message for everybody, I've had an email from a person, don't do knee-jerk reactions. Don't give in to the fear of everything going on right now. It looks scary out there. Okay? Especially when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Just get it, sit on it, focus on other things. Okay? Stop ruminating about it because they're going to do everything and anything that they can to scare us. Okay? Just say it. What do you think about Alex Labs? I think Alex Labs will be do okay. I think they're going to be doing many of the things behind the scenes that are very beneficial with their business situation. They're going to be very, what would you call it? They're not going to be overly spending on many of the things. They're going to be spending their money on the right things moving forward. And it may be to us that it's a very slow process of them building upon what they already have. I think the project, or I'm assuming it's a project of some sort, will do very well over time. Okay, it's not one of these get rich quick schemes that I think you're thinking. But over time, I think we'll do very, very well. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. These prices mentioned, BTC 100,000 USD, is based on the current dollar value. What happens when the dollar crashes? Oh, then your cryptocurrencies will be much, much more, because you're going to be needing more dollars, okay, to buy one Bitcoin. So that price will go. When the dollar crashes, it still will have some value. Okay. It's just what people have trouble understanding is purchasing value. Your currency wouldn't have the purchasing power that it once did. So it'll cost you a ton of money to buy a loaf of bread. And we're already seeing that right now, right? This is why I keep stressing going to something more stable like Bitcoin. And it's funny. Bitcoin's doing this. Oh, it's not. Yes, it's more stable than currencies like USD, Canadian, that sort of thing, because they keep dropping in purchasing power. Okay. You go to the supermarket, you can't buy as much as you used to because it's not more expensive to buy that loaf of bread. It's just your currency sucks. Canadian too. And that's happening all around the planet. So it's just not the USD, it's every currency that's going through that particular situation right now. We're going to see some really good things happening with the BRICS new currency coming up based on gold and other assets. And it's going to have better purchasing power than many of the other currencies that are out there, fiat currencies. So Bitcoin would hold. So you buy $10 of Bitcoin, it'll go when the dollar crashes. So why don't you cash it out into Canadian? Why? I don't want to lose money. I want to gain money, right? I'll use cryptocurrency to pay off bills, but it wouldn't be the entire thing. Okay, because I already know that currencies are going to be falling like what we're noticing now. So why would you want to put your hard-earned Bitcoin back into the USD, which is going down in a ball of flames? If you need to, take a little bit and pay off bills and stuff, but don't do the whole thing. When it goes up, take a little off the top, pay off the bills, buy something nice, and keep a good portion of your cryptocurrency where it is. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. It will go up because of the price of currencies. Hi, Andre. BTC for the next 2 weeks, please. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're just finished Yellowstone, and there's something that we have to pay attention to. If you've seen Yellowstone, there's the character named Jimmy, and it's I think in the first or second season where they actually duct tape him to a bronco to break this bronco so he wouldn't fall out of the saddle. Now, this is how we're gonna have to be with all the cryptocurrencies for the next couple weeks or months. Be Jimmy. Duct tape yourself to that saddle and don't fall out. Okay, don't do those knee-jerk reactions. It's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. It's going to go right down and come right back. Don't do knee-jerk reactions. Duct tape yourself to that saddle and don't fall out. That's what's in the next 2 weeks. Okay? And go watch that episode. It's a very good show. Anyways, let's throw some cards down. See exactly what's going to be happening in the next 2 weeks for Bitcoin. I think in the next 2 weeks, that's where we're going to start to see a little bit of a big drop. Not falling down in flames and anything like that. I think it's going to go down. It's going to go up, down, up, down for the next little while. I think April is going to be all about ups and downs in the cryptocurrency market. May, June, July, that's when we start to see it really step up. Right now, it's okay. It's about 41,000 today, Canadian, one Bitcoin. But then it dropped and down. So just expect that and keep buying, because there's going to be a moment in time very, very soon where it's going to go way beyond anything else. Okay? And it's going to bring in the rest of the market with it. Hopefully that answers your question. Hi. INJ is a coin that grew 100% last month. This is still great potential for 2 years. Usually they'll grow quickly and then they'll fall down. But you're looking for the next 2 years for this one particular cryptocurrency. Let's have a look. It's going to be starting off pretty well, but in that 2-year period, it's going to be, because people are going to be finding out that something behind the scenes is not up to par. And I think they're going to be coming down. And in that time span, I think everybody's going to be moving on to other things and looking at other ways of preserving their capital in that period of time. I think overall it will be fine, but I think it's going to be moving along with the rest of the market as we move ahead. Okay, everything's at a boiling point, and very soon everything is going to pop. That's what I'm basically feeling right now, and that's including this particular cryptocurrency moving forward. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Hello, Daisy Chains. Will my son's dad secure the flat he has just gone after? Got new dogs next door. Woof, 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 woof. I think he's going to be getting this situation out of hand, or like you're thinking already, but there's going to be a bit of a struggle getting that particular situation under wraps. Going to have to really tame that particular situation with a lot of fortitude and getting things done. May not be the one particular one that he was looking at originally, but it might lead into something else that's going to be coming along that's much, much better. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Okay. Paper. Okay. When do you see my finances really starting to improve? I think most people around the planet are. If you're still tied to the old system, it may be quite some time until everything starts to pull up. We're having a lot of people here in Winnipeg, or I think around the planet, people are losing their jobs very, very quickly. They don't want to say that, but the banking system and all that sort of situation, everybody's going to be going through that. Even my work. You're not alone. Okay. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be coming across something that's going to be helping you improve your situation. That's going to be something that you never considered before. And it's going to be the right mixture of things moving forward, and thinking in a different direction for yourself. Okay. And it's going to be paying off very, very well for you. Okay. So 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Hope that helps you out. Will we see Techo be used to take off landfills to help Gaia? Not in our lifetime. I'm picking up that they are managing the waste disposal and all that. Just watching a documentary on how they do that, and they do it very well. Okay, it's actually the way they're doing it is more beneficial to the planet than other methods. To completely eliminate this situation, I don't think that will be for many, many generations from now. But the way they're regulating the landfills and all that sort of thing, I think is probably the best situation that we can do at the moment. Okay, so it won't be for many generations from now. Stein is a clone and a liar. His wife is actually the reason genius. I'm not sure what that is. Or who that is. But let's throw some cards down for it. I'm not kind of making a statement. I'm thinking that this situation that you're asking, you are correct on the reason of everything. But there's some situation where they're going to be overcoming many of the situations that they've gotten themselves into, and they're going to be overcoming that in a big way coming up in a weird situation. Okay. And they're going to be tied together in a good way. And it'll overcome many of the situations that they find themselves into. And it is the wife. Hi, Andre. Please, 3-card reading for my month of May. For May, you're going to be finding the right mixture of things moving forward. You're going to be starting to rely upon your own resources instead of other people to move forward. I think you're already in that camp, taking care of yourself and not relying upon any other entity to do that, which is the best place to be. And you're going to be emotionally very, very strong for many of the people that are around you coming up. Yeah, you're going to have it going well for you. Not without its problems, but you're going to be overcoming many of those situations in good time. And you're going to be emotionally strong through that entire situation moving forward. Okay, so there you go, Cap Hill. And it had a birthday. It's the wife's birthday today. She's sleeping. So we're going to go out a little later on. All of her family and friends are texting and the Facebook messages everywhere. So hopefully that's where you're at today or yesterday for your birthday. And happy birthday to you. Let's have a birthday read. Whole lot of hard work for the new year coming up. that you're going to have to do to bring yourself into a new um, way of thinking for yourself. Okay. Uh, don't hesitate on taking help from other people this year. I know being independent is the right thing, but if people are offering to help you in many of the things that you find yourself into, don't do that. Okay. I think there's going to be a situation that you're going to be um, having the help that you need to move forward with some of the situation. Overall, that hard work is going to be paying off, and you're going to be looking for new horizons in the new year. But don't disallow people from helping you. Okay, in the new year, allow that to happen on your terms, and don't rely upon solely on that particular situation. Okay, but I think that hard work that you've previously done moving into the new year for you yourself is going to be working out much better than you had in the past. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Got a Facebook friend. Good morning. May I have a reading, please? No problem. For whatever reason that you're going to be getting yourself into a good financial situation for yourself. You got pentacles all over the place, and you're going to be gaining money from a certain unknown source. Okay. Um, and it's going to be very beneficial to you and many of the people that are around you in the next little while. There's some type of celebration around you. Maybe that's how you're going to be getting some money coming up very soon. It's going to be a good time for all the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Okay, so have a good time with that celebration and that money coming up. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Okay. Somebody advertising their stuff. We got this person, Hood Terror. I wish people wouldn't do that, but if they're still here, I'll put you to work, actual work. Maybe get your own channel. Though I don't mind people doing that as much, but it's more of a nuisance than anything. Okay, just a warning to Hood. You think Amazon FBA is worth trying this year to bring extra income? Yeah, they do. There is some beneficial things with Amazon. What they are finding, I was just reading a little bit of a report from Amazon that they're finding that people don't have money. So their bottom line is very low. This is why Walmart and many of those other big corporations are laying off people. Okay. Because people don't have the disposable income, and it goes back to what I said a year or so ago, that people are going to be because of everybody's job loss and money situations, people are going to be very selective on the things that they buy. And now we're seeing that from that reading many months ago. Or years ago. I think that was a year ago that I made that prediction. Think of the things that people cannot do without on a day-to-day basis. and focus on those things. Anything frivolous that you don't really need, maybe not get into those. Stick with the basics. Okay, I'm going to throw some cards then for you in particular. See if it's a good thing for you. If you already have a product to put on there, perfect. But make sure that it's something that people need and they're going to be willing to spend money on. Because right now, I think frivolous spending is something that is a thing of the past for the moment. If you got 10 cases of toothpaste, perfect. Sell those. If you got whoopee cushions, that'd be in that frivolous spending. For yourself, I think there's going to be a particular situation that you're going to have to replan that particular situation and learn all the things of Amazon FBA, and look for products that people need, not want, because people's spending habits are changing drastically because not a lot of people have disposable income. So look for those things that aren't frivolous. Toothpaste, shampoo, combs, things that people actually need, and focus on those things. It does look good that if you want to get into that, but be particular in your products. And if you can source them yourself in some way, that would be the best way of doing it for yourself. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Daisy Chains, another psychic said UK is going to have a very hot summer. I'm thinking that's going to be the case all around the planet, actually, this year. Very humid, I think, because of all the moisture that we've had, especially in Winnipeg. Just had a snowstorm a couple of weeks back. Now it's all melting, so it usually leads to hot weather. I think it is going to be a little warmer than normal. Just be prepared for that. Hopefully you got a good air conditioner and you got the money to run it. Maybe everybody goes to a friend's house and everybody pitch in for air conditioning for the next summer. But yeah, it's going to be a thing for the next summer for you guys. I think it's going to be very, very hot here as well in Winnipeg. So yeah, be prepared for that, and maybe find one place with a good air conditioner. And everybody pitch in because it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to keep cool. Going over to Fred's house, going to go play cards. Or the wife got one of those foldable fans for herself. So all kinds of fun there. How are we doing on time? 1:14. Any other questions before we leave? I think we're at the end of the questions that. Will water supply be okay? Maybe go to a friend's house and play canasta because he has air conditioning. Bring the chips. Yeah, they're going to be trying to keep that water supply good, but it's going to be they're going to try to make it into a larger situation than it actually is. I think that is going to be changing because of the way the UK people are handling their government right now. Oh, stop that. But I do believe the water supply will be okay in truth. But the way they're going to be presenting it is that there's loss and all this sort of thing. It's just a bunch of baloney that they're going to be handing out to you in the news and that sort of thing. Of course, everybody's going to see the truth of that, and they're going to be reacting to that. And it's going to be creating some big changes in the UK. Okay? So hopefully you're ready for that and play a lot of canasta at your friend's house. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, conning you again. What can you do? Any other questions before we sign off? I have something on TikTok. Hopefully they're still here. Hello. My friend Jenna is being bullied. Can you say you support genocide, please? This is where martial arts comes in handy. Doesn't mean go punch them. It's just confidence. People always go after people that are not confident, especially the ones that aren't confident themselves. It's to make them feel better in some way. The old story, right? When you actually stand up to them with confidence, they usually wither away. That's usually the case. I do that all the time without knowing it sometimes. Well, let's throw some cards down for that. Yeah, she is being bullied in some particular situation. When she feels more and more confident about herself, I'm thinking that bullying will go away. Okay, it's just a fact of life. You can't police it all that well, and it's up to the individual to find the courage and confidence within themselves to stop that particular situation, because the other person is feeling bad about themselves and needs to feel strength and power and all that sort of thing. To get into something that builds confidence. Once you have confidence, those bullies will go away and go bug somebody else. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Anything else? 777. What's that? Okay, if there's no other questions, I guess we'll shine off. We got like 10 minutes left. Anything, Daisy Chains? I know what the 777 is. Anybody? Dilly? Okay, so if you like just a reminder for tomorrow's show, hopefully it come out. Oh, I gotta turn this off. The chat. Gotta turn that off and then go to the text and then do this and we're good. Okay, for tomorrow's show, make sure that you get your homework done. It's going to be a lot of fun. Always is, especially with Daisy Chains. And many of the people that come here regularly, they're pretty darn good. Make sure that you write down the number for tomorrow's show. It's 3614-0661 for tomorrow's show. And we're build upon our psychic abilities to become much, much better over time. Oh, we got some people asking things. No, she has no questions. She has sore feet. She's been grounding on the beach. That's a good place to be. Make sure that you get out there, enjoy life as best as you can. Stop getting your head into all this nonsense about what the government is doing and all that sort of thing. Live life. I think a lot of people have stopped. They're so scared of dying that they've forgotten how to live. Okay, so get yourself into that situation when you push those bullies to the government aside, have that confidence in yourself. Okay, that those bullies will start to go away. All of them. Okay. They act tough, they say things, but overall, they're just wimps. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to secondreadingsbyandre.com, where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with the wife who's a Reiki master, make sure you go to secondreadingsbyandre.com, where all that information is there as well. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you go to secondreadingsbyandre.com. On the TikTok, it's my link on my bio. Just press it and it'll take you there. If you should happen to purchase a Trezor wallet, cold storage wallet for your cryptocurrencies, know that if you should happen to purchase one, that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.